What's good, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we got to be talking about Barcelona because, guys, the Champions League returns. The Champions League, we haven't won in a while, and hopefully we do this year. But, guys, also players are coming back from injury, so there's a bunch to talk about. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't. Road to 400 subs, and let's get into this video. So, hey, the first thing I want to see is Hansi Flick. Hansi Flick, he suffered his first real loss, first loss in La Liga also. But the reason why I say that is because in Monaco, we were down to 10 men. It was difficult conditions, and that doesn't really reflect who we are. And Barcelona, ultimately, we were well beaten on the weekend. Let's not lie about it. Osasuna, they looked more up for it. They were more clinical. They had the better chances. And I think that Barcelona, honestly, this is kind of a bad loss because, Madrid, they drew. Real Madrid and Atletico, they both drew the Madrid derby. And ultimately, also, it was kind of a bad day to reveal the green kit. You never like to reveal a kit when you drop points. And Barcelona, we just have to move on from it ultimately. And Hansi Flick, I think that we can, and I think we will, because Hansi Flick, he is a Champions League winner. And what I want to say about Hansi Flick is just to relieve some pressure, as a Barcelona coach, get your first dub in the Champions League. Because, guys, we got Bayern Munich next up in this competition. And, what if we just draw or lost? That would be a horrible start, facing Bayern Munich next. Get your dub against Young Boys because, guys, we do play Young Boys from the Swiss division, and they're kind of struggling in their own division. I think they're 11th out of 12. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But, guys, this is a, amazing chance to get 3 points. Not only that, we cannot underestimate any team. We're coming off a loss against Osasuna, guys. And, we're at home against Young Boys. It has a written 3 points all over it. But, guys, we shouldn't get cocky. We need to play well, score 2-3 goals in the first half and, impose our will later on in the game. So Hansi Flick, hopefully he gets his team dialed up, playing some good football and, just entertaining the fans at home because, we need some positivity. We need something, we need something to engage at, during the international break. And hopefully we win by a bunch of goals and we look back to this game during the international break. And hopefully Robert Lewandowski, he scores a bunch because, last game, he didn't really do much, let's be honest. And Robert Lewandowski, he's looking for 100 goals in this Champions League. And, hey, hopefully he gets it for, Barca's sake. And Lewandowski, hopefully, he's got his shooting boots on. And the next thing I want to say is Lamine Yamal, because Lamine Yamal, he did get his first UCL goal away from home. But Lamine Yamal, can he do it at home in front of the Barcelona fans at Montjuic? And hopefully he does, because Lamine Yamal, his first goal against Monaco, under pressure, 10 men, man down, Barcelona, and Lamine Yamal cuts in, he takes on his defender, and he slaps it. And that was honestly very impressive, highly impressive from Lamine Yamal, and hopefully he can do the same tomorrow. And, hey, good luck to him. But the next thing I want to say is that Hansi Flick, simple as this, start off strong, play your strongest 11 that you can, and that includes of Pedri, Casado, and I think an Eric Garcia midfield. And I'm saying we don't take no chances. Don't take no chances. We need this 3 points, and act like it's a final, because ultimately it is, because we got Bayern Munich next, and we can't play around. Inigo Martinez, you had your rest. We paid the consequences, unfortunately. Kubarsi, Inigo, hopefully these two are ready to start, because I think they have to ultimately. And play your best players. That's all I'm trying to say. Rafinha's got to play. He's got to make all his runs. Rafinha, hopefully he scores. I think he will. I really hope he does, because Rafinha, I hope that every single Barcelona player, they end off these last 2 games before the international break with a bang. And, Rafinha, I think he can. He won Player of the Month. And, guys, Rafinha, he won Player of the Month, guys, for August. Not only that, he's probably going to be our captain. Tomorrow he's probably going to captain us against Young Boys. And I just feel like Rafinha in the past couple games, I feel like he could have done a lot more. And, hopefully tomorrow he makes an impact, because I really think that he can, especially in the Champions League. Usually there's more space, and Rafinha, that's when he's at his best. Let's be honest, guys. But, guys, the biggest thing about this video that I want to talk about is that Frenkie de Jong is finally back. Frenkie de Jong, he's finally back after months with that ankle injury. And Frenkie de Jong, hopefully he can make an impact tomorrow. Hopefully we don't really need him tomorrow, because apparently he's going to play 10 to 15 minutes. And against Alaves, I feel like he should get 30 minutes. And ultimately during the international break, he should ramp it up and hopefully be able to play full 90s. And not only that, guys, but GAVI is also back. And apparently he's fit, but they're not going to play him until October. And, I'm cool with that, to be honest. After the international break, introduce Gavi, and I feel like Gavi, he's a warrior, and I feel like honestly against Osasuna, if we had Gavi, I feel like that we probably could have won that game because imagine all those counterattacks, cut in half because Gavi, was just there, with the tackle, and he's always tracking back on defense. Pedri, Frankie De Jong, Casado, even they all track back, but nobody tracks back like Gavi. Gavi's just a different breed. Let's be honest. He's a real destroyer, even though he's small. He does it, and he's got the passion for the club. And hey, the next thing I want to say is that Ansu Fati, guys, he might play tomorrow. He might appear, and hopefully he scores because Ansu Fati, Flick is really trying to ease him in, and I feel like ultimately just let it go at this point. Let Ansu Fati play, and I feel like, can he really be that much worse than Ferran Torres? I don't think Ferran's been playing good. Pau Victor is just getting a couple minutes off the bench. Maybe he starts tomorrow, Pau Victor. I don't know, but, Ansu Fati, just let him play at this point because I feel like today Alaves and Sevilla is a perfect time to ramp him up. He's going to be a substitute off the bench this season, but hey, he has to play at some point. And Pedri and Yamal, the thing I want to say with our team, slowly but surely getting back together, with the injuries, also Fermin Lopez. Not only that, Dani Olmo should be back. Christensen should be nearing a return also. I do not want to see Yamal and Pedri, playing for Spain this international break. I really don't. Because, guys, we have Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, and Sevilla, on 1 week's time, like in the same week we have those 3 games. I don't want to see Yamal and Pedri playing for Spain just for this international break, And I feel like De La Fuente, hopefully he agrees, but hey, Spain, they got their own mind. But guys, Pedri, hopefully he balls out. He could also captain us tomorrow. I'm not sure how the order is, but hey, Hansi Flick, what I want to see is that high line improve. And what I mean by that is I want to see some interceptions, stopping counterattacks. Because Osasuna, what did they do to exploit us? They probably watched the videos. They don't go through the middle to go against Barca. They went out wide, doubling wide areas on the counter with the fullback. I want to see Hansi Flick some way counter that, watch the film, and just do something differently. I feel like Barcelona tomorrow, hopefully we can get a big dub. Lamine Yamal, hopefully he does something special. And I'm going to say this to Lamine Yamal and Pedri. Make a moment. Make a Champions League moment. Do something nice and, something that we'll remember during the international break and we can go back and watch. But hey, guys, I'm going to conclude with this, guys. Let's just go out there. We're at home. We're against young boys. Don't underestimate them. Get some goals in the first half and impress, Show us the celebrations, We got to get the 3 points, There's some pressure added. And hey, just play some good football. Let's be honest. Point blank, let's get the 3 points. And guys, let's improve. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't. Road to 400 subs, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.